Electromobility is getting more and more important. You can choose regarding to cars between pure electric driven cars or so-called plug-in hybrids. Even Hyundai wants to be part of this big growing market now. And today we're going to drive the new Hyundai IONIQ plug-in hybrid. Directly when you look at the front of the new IONIQ, you instantly see this must be a Hyundai. Not only because of the logo here, which also covers parts of the sensor systems. No, because of the grille, because this is the typical Hyundai grille. Very important, you can instantly see also that this is part of the electromobility fleet of Hyundai because of this blue line down here. But if you want, you can have that one in silver as well. Another highlight for me is these headlights here. They come now with LED technology, and importantly, the daytime running light is also full LED technology. Let's have a look at the side. When you see the side of the car, you instantly feel that the car looks very stretched. One reason for that is we do have short overhangs at the rear and at the front. And on top of this, the whole car is only 4.47 meters long, but only 1.45 meters high. So really flat, very stretched. And then on top of this, we do have the shape of the car. It starts very low at the front. And then when you see the roofline, that really drops massively to the rear, so like a coupe. But that together makes the drag efficient of the car of only 0.24. Another thing regarding to saving energy are the tires. We do have 16-inch wheels here with energy saving tires, which comes as standard. And now let's have a look at the rear. What you can see here is that the lines of the side continuing through the taillights into the rear of the car. This is something I really like. And very important for me is these taillights, they are a little bit more 3D, so that really lifts up the car a bit. Very important, and I think the absolute highlight at the rear of the car is this splitted boot lid here. This should give you a better rear view, but to be really honest, because of the shape of the car when you sit in the car and driving backwards, that's not working perfectly. But for these things, you're going to have a rear view camera. Overall, I have to say the rear of the car is really matching the whole concept of the vehicle. Beneath the hood of our IONIQ, we do find two hearts because this is a plug-in hybrid. The first one is a 1.6 liter petrol engine, a 4-cylinder, and that offers 105 horsepower. On top of this, we do have the electric engine, and that adds another 61 horsepower. So together we do have a system output of 141 horsepower altogether. This is enough for a top speed of 178 kilometers per hour or an acceleration from 0 to 100 in only 10.6 seconds. Very important, this is a plug-in hybrid, which means you can drive the car on pure electric energy if you want. Hyundai says with the fully charged battery, the electric range of the car should be 63 kilometers. Different to a standard car, the IONIQ plug-in hybrid has two of these fuel caps here. One for standard fuel, as we normally use for standard petrol cars, and another one right here at the front for the electric socket. The idea of a plug-in hybrid is that you fully charge your battery before you start your journey. That gives you the advantage that you can either use only the electric engine to do short journeys, or you can support the petrol engine with the electric engine, and that reduces the amount of fuel you need. And that's quite easy. You just use the standard socket here at your home, and then that comes with the car, and then you plug in this one in here, and that's it. 2 hours, 50 minutes later, this car is fully charged. The battery of the plug-in hybrid is hidden beneath the rear seats, and parts of it are inside there. So that really means it decreases the amount of boot capacity. For instance, if you have the standard IONIQ hybrid with a smaller battery, this one here offers 8.9 kilowatt hours. This will offer you a maximum load capacity of 1,505 liters with the seats down. This one here offers you with the seats up 446 liters and only 1,401 liter with the seats down. But that's the price you have to pay if you want to drive 63 kilometers on pure electric energy. As expected, the headspace here at the rear seats is not enormous, but to be really honest, I'm nearly 2 meters tall and I still fit in. And this is something I didn't expect. Regarding to the interior of the IONIQ, I have to say, I think the perfect word is modern. We have everything here grey in grey with some blue, and this is the blue we've already found at the front and the rear of the car. So this really matches the idea of it. I think it's all very clean and modern. I'm not a big fan of this grey, but as said, this is typical for the concept of the car. We do find some soft touch materials as well as plastic, but overall, all fine. The seats of the IONIQ are quite thin, but they still offer more than enough support and comfort. I think it could be a bit more at the side, but this is a standard family car, and for this is more than sufficient. Overall, driving the IONIQ is absolutely fine. We do have 141 brake horsepower of system output combined with a 6-speed double clutch gearbox, and that system really works well. The only thing I have to say, if you really push it hard, you can of course hear this little engine working very hard, even though the electric engine is supporting it. The IONIQ offers different drive modes. The standard mode is the so-called hybrid mode, where it's using both engines, electric and petrol, depending on what you need. For instance, if you go uphill, it will use both to give you extra power, or if you accelerate. If you go downhill, it will charge the battery. If you, let's say, cruise on a motorway, it will only use the petrol engine and may recharge a bit to the battery. On top of this, there is a so-called sports mode, which you can use by just putting the stick to the left. There the steering is getting a bit stiffer and the car is a lot more direct regarding to the gas, but of course it will use more petrol. The IONIQ offers a system which supports the driver to be more fuel efficient while driving the car, and for this you get an extra information regarding to what you should do with your pedals. So if you should lift off your foot because you will go downhill or there will be a crossing or something. And very important here is the IONIQ is using the sat-nav for this support as well. So it really knows, for instance, you will turn right after 400 meters and it will tell you just get your foot off the pedal now to use less fuel. And this will happen very often before you normally will do it. And so this, at the end of the day, will save some fuel. Hyundai offers for the IONIQ 3 different drivetrains. One is the classic hybrid, another one, the car we're driving, is the plug-in hybrid, and you can have this car as a pure electric vehicle as well. One thing they all have in common, all are very modern cars. And they are not only very modern regarding to the shape, the look of the car or the drivetrain, also when it comes to the interior. What you will find is that the car is fully connected. You can easily plug your phone if you want, and you will find all the modern driver assistant and safety systems as well. To be really honest, if you drive a car like this and if you want to do this, you can really save some money if you drive it the way it should. And on top of this, you do something fantastic for Mother Nature.